After initializing the package, details in the template files need to be filled in. These files document the package, functions, and data, and also help manage how the package will interact with other packages. This video focuses on the files in the main directory. In the next video, I'll cover how to fill in the help files. The package template contains 3 files and up to 3 folders. The data folder contains any datasets as their own RDA file. The man folder contains each of the help files as RD files. The R folder contains each of the functions as their own file in a .r file. The 3 standalone files are the description file, namespace file, and readme and delete file. Let's look first in the readme and delete file. Each of the files should open up in a text editor. If it doesn't, you can right-click and choose to open the file with a text editor like TextEdit, or if you're on a PC, Notepad. The readme and delete file contains information about how to fill in the package files. Once you're done reading this file, you can go ahead and delete it. Next, let's open up the description file. Again, if a file doesn't open in a regular text editor, you may right-click and choose to open it with a program like TextEdit or Notepad. The description file contains general package information. The first line describes the actual package name. If you choose to change the name of the package at a later time, be sure to change this line and also the name of the folder containing the package files. The next line of interest is the title. Here you can fill in the actual package title, which should be a short line. The fourth line is the version number, which you can adjust for your particular setting. The next line is the date, which is the date the package was created. You can update this at a later time if you update the package. The sixth line is for the author's names. You can list author names separated by commas. The maintainer line describes who the people should contact if they have questions about the package. List a name and an email address here. The description is a slightly longer description about the package. You can make it perhaps 3 or 4 lines long. The last line is the license line. Here you choose which license you want to release the package under. Common choices are GPL2, GPL3, among many other options. Here, I'm going to allow users to choose GPL2 or GPL3. We've now finished the basic entries for the description file. However, we want to add at least one more field, depends. The depends field lists all the packages that the package is dependent on. It's a good idea to at least list the packages that are opened automatically when R starts, which include the graphics, GR devices, stats, and utils packages. The base package does not need to be listed. If your package relies on a particular version number of R, you can also list that in the depends line. Here, I'm going to make a dependency of R version 2.10 or later. This completes the basics of the description file. I'm going to save and close this file and return to the package files. Next, let's work on the namespace file. The namespace file indicates how the package will interact with other packages and how the users will interact with your new package. By default, the namespace file will contain a single line, an export pattern command. This command just states, export all functions that match this type of pattern to use by the end user. This is a nice default, but sometimes you'd prefer not to let the user use all of the different functions in the package. Perhaps there are some utility functions that you'd like to hide from the user. If this is the case, you can either delete this line or comment it out, and we're going to add a new line called export. In this export command, list each of the functions that you want the end user to be able to access. If you want users to be able to access any of the functions in the package by default, it's a good idea to go with the default export pattern command. Next, we're going to use an import command. This command lists each of the packages that we're using for our own package. Usually, this just means list each of the packages that are listed on the depends line in the description file. The last command I'm going to introduce is the s3 method command. This command is used to specify an s3 method that is included within the package's functions. The first argument is the method name, and the second argument is the class name. You'll need to have an individual S3 method command for each method class combination used in your package. This package doesn't contain any S3 methods, so I don't need this command. This completes the commands that I'm going to cover in the namespace file, so I'm going to save and close this file. In the next video, I'll cover how to fill in the help files, which are found in the man folder.